night, wherever you are. The internet world, welcome to another edition of Golden Independence. It's another beautiful day, waking up to some sats, executing on a daily, our time freedom, and enjoying life. Being a part of this new era of history, financial history, regarding Bitcoin and Satoshis. You know, one of the beautiful things about where we're at right now in this space is that with Bitcoin, there really is a fixed supply, only 21 million, right? 21 million Bitcoin. But guess what? There's 100 million Satoshis. 100 million Satoshis. Now, having said that, that's still a small number when you compare that is 8 billion people in the world. And when you divide that number by 8 billion, you'll get a certain amount of stats that will show and demonstrate that there's not even enough for everybody to have that amount. So even if it was equally distributed, if you look at that number and you see how much Satoshis that we are able to acquire on a daily, this is BitHarvest is the best kept secret in the space, in the crypto space right now as we speak. Because according to Swan Bitcoin, $1 is equal to 1,049 Satoshis. I'll say that again for the people in the back. $1 is equal to 1,049 Satoshis. Now, the people who engage in this platform or with this broadcast, what we want to look at when we're dealing with BitHarvest is that we want to look at how many Satoshis, right, are being acquired with $1. Because once upon a time, hey, what's happening? Look at you, you're back on. Jesus. Huh? Well, and you're up. What you eating the Super Saiyan leaves? Not yet. Okay. All right. Okay. Mercy. Okay, well, look, we'll talk. I'm on the line. Yes. Yeah, bless up. As I was saying, right now, $1. Once upon a time, in the world of Bitcoin, one whole Bitcoin was equal to $1. Once upon a time. And we already know that it was less than $1. But let's go with $1. Now, we are at the point that, oh, how about this? Of a once upon a time. Just to put it in perspective. Once upon a time, $1 bought 1,000 Bitcoin. Right? $1 bought 1,000 Bitcoin once upon a time. And now the same thing is happening with regards to the Satoshis. Whereas $1 is equal to 1,000 Satoshis. And as I was saying, we want to look at that number going down So instead of 900 Satoshis, we want to look at, instead of 1,000 Satoshis, we want to see that number drop to 900, to 800, to 700, to 600, right? I would encourage everyone to look this Swarm Bitcoin channel, right? So they can see how the blocks, how they're having the, the daily, the Bitcoin going live in terms of the price, because we're right there at 100K. Now, underneath, they have some script. They have script going across of various things. One of those things and indicators of numbers of stats, one of those stats is how much $1 gets you how many Satoshis. This is important. This is important information. It's an important indicator, right? And that's an important number. So we want to see that number decrease. We want to see it go under, go below, right? Because the smaller that number, the closer that one Satoshi is going to equal $1, and that is going to come. That's coming, right? Now, with BitHarvest, when we look at what we're acquiring with BitHarvest, with one shared booster is basically giving you 1,000 Satoshis a day, approximately. So you're basically getting $1 a day, right? $1 a day in your sleep, right? We're already mining $1 a day in our sleep, US dollar. So that means we are mining with, right? One-time purchase. Think of this. One-time purchase, $100 for an income-producing asset, shared booster, right? A shared booster. $1, 1,000. It's actually $1,000 a day when you look at it from one Satoshi equals $1. So the $1 is your new form of savings, right? You're basically saving $1,000 a day by investing, right, into an income-producing asset, which is acquiring a BitBooster at the fractional level, right, with fractional ownership of a BitBooster. So by gaining access to fractional ownership of a BitBooster is putting people on passive income in the future, sometime in the future, because they're getting 1,000 Satoshis a day. Wow. Think of it. 1,000 Satoshis a day. And some people are not even able to fork over $1,000 just to invest, right? The average person is finding it hard to invest in things right now. Everybody's trying to scrape pennies together. They're trying to get they're trying to accumulate, acquire. They're trying to make ends meet, right? But the Satoshi is going to be the new form of savings, ladies and gentlemen. And we are going to have it in abundance. So if you look at it like that, that's pretty much 30 grand a month, right? It's 30,000 a month to be realized sometime in the future, right? Sometime in the future, when that gets realized, can you imagine? 30,000 a month, and we've been going since May, June. So if you would have acquired a BitBooster in May, June, July, August, September, October, November, So by November, that's 6 months, ladies and gentlemen. Is it? May, June, July, August, September, October, November. That's right. November makes 6 months. So we're at 6 months right now with just the shared booster. So that's 30 times 30,000 times 6. Whoa. 30,000 times 6, ladies and gentlemen. Hello. In 6 months. How many Satoshis is that? Huh? And then when you look at it, when it actually does hit $1, when that time comes, and I believe that time is going to come before 2030. Okay, 2030. Who can say that we will have? Who could say that they could have access to 1.8 million? Even if it takes the 4 years, even if it takes 4 years, that's 1.8 million in 6 months. That's 1.8 million, ladies and gentlemen. Hello. 1.8 million? I mean, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Is it started to sink in? You know, is it started to sink in? If not, don't worry, because you're not alone. You're not alone. If it's not sinking in, don't worry about it, because a lot of people have to hear it from different angles, different points, and even get different perspectives, and they're gonna hear it more than once, because it's not really registering. It's so much going on right now, right? There's so much going on right now. Somebody's asked me what do I think. What are my thoughts on World War III? Look at my surroundings, beloved. Look where I'm living. I'm not concerned about a war. That doesn't concern where I'm at. I live in a jurisdiction where we don't have to consider that. Do your research with Bermuda and how well they do with wars. Ain't nothing happening to the jewel of the Atlantic. You know, it's just what it is. What you talk about, brother? Where am I? Huh? If you don't know where I'm at, you gotta be new. Check the catalog. Check the catalog. If you could guess where I'm at, where my jurisdiction is, there's some Satoshis in it for you. Yeah. Matter of fact, the prize is a free BitHarvest account. You got to sign up if you're able to guess where I'm at. Hey, and thanks for being humble to admit that you're new online. We appreciate that. And it's all love. And it's all love. Listen, feel free to check out my catalog. Where I actually say in the description, when you check the description and the location of my videos when I'm doing my lives, stated. Yeah. See, I like to leave receipts. just so that it's not misunderstood. This is what happens when you put yourself on. This is what happens when you put yourself on a Bitcoin standard. You start to do things very similar, that of which you are trying to acquire and be a part of. Now, another thing that's got me really bullish on Bitcoin is the fact that the market cap of Bitcoin has flipped silver, has flipped the market cap of silver, ladies and gentlemen. I remember when Bitcoin surpassed the price of silver. It did it twice, right? It passed just the price. It just passed the price of silver twice because, of course, it crashed from $100, but it went back up, right? So that means the price already beat silver. So kudos to those who figured out that Bitcoin was a better store of value than silver. And then as time went on, the price of Bitcoin started to match gold, and then it surpassed it. And now kudos to those who were able to figure out that having Bitcoin was a better store of value than gold. Well, what's going to happen now is that when we start getting into the 100K arena, Bitcoin is going to be a better store of value than real estate. Because when you look at what the average value of a home is now, right? Whether it's 50,000 or 5 million, right? The people who have this type of money, whereby they will just acquire real estate, they're not going to acquire real estate. They're not going to buy another beachfront property. They're not going to buy another commercial building at 14 million. When these billionaires start, moving their capital, their excess capital into assets, when they're looking at things to buy, they're going to see that, hey, Bitcoin is outperforming my real estate. See, don't be surprised when you see a lot of these estates start being liquidated and those funds being transferred into Bitcoin in some way, shape, or form. Or quite possibly, some of those homes will be relieved to people like us, because there's going to be more millionaires when the next wave happens, which will be Satoshis. So when we become millionaires with in the Satoshi format, like I just said, in 6 months, right? It's been 6 months. The person who only has one shared booster, $100, will have access to 1.8 million in the future. That's numbers. That's numbers, right? What's that? Hold on a sec. What's up? I didn't. I've been here for a minute. No white van. Bless. You see what I'm saying? So you got to think about that one, people. You got to think about that one. Sip slow. 1.8 million in 6 months. That's from one fractional ownership of a BitBooster. $100. $100. Wow. See, this type of commentary that I'm doing right now, and that's on the low end. That's right. What I'm talking about is on the low end, and this is the humble end, the 1.8 million. That's on the humble end, ladies and gentlemen. Now, of course, this is yet to be realized, but this is the part right here, right? This is the part right here that people don't want People don't like to go through this through this level of of the of the cycle. People don't want to go through this part of the cycle when they don't understand that in order to be wealthy, you gotta go through the valley. You have to go through the valley and before you reach the peak. People want to have the peak at the peak, and that's not how this works. So satoshis right now are extremely undervalued because one US dollar is 1,049 satoshis. So that means you could build up your reserve right now by converting your dollars. Literally. If you have $1, $2, $5, right? Convert those dollars into satoshis. That's 5,000 satoshis. And you could be dollar cost averaging every week or every month, every time you get paid. Just a few dollars, ladies and gentlemen, will benefit you in the next 4 years, right? Now that's one way of doing it. Dollar cost averaging. Another way of doing it, right? Now that's if you ain't got like nothing. If you ain't got nothing of nothing of nothing, you listen. You could dollar cost average into Bitcoin, right? If you don't have $100, then you take that 10% of whatever you have or whatever's left and convert it into Bitcoin, and you're welcome, right? Your future self will thank you. Like right at the very end of the month, just before your next paycheck, whatever's left over. This is the Bitcoin strategy for us moving forward, right? Because we're gonna share this information with everybody because we have to now front run the companies. We're gonna front run the companies and the conglomerates because we don't want them to buy up all the Bitcoin. The Bitcoin is supposed to be for the people. So if you know about the crypto space, right? If you're aware about the crypto space, now is the time to be acquiring Bitcoin. Now is the time to be acquiring Bitcoin, whether on a daily, weekly, or monthly basis. However you could get it. If you don't have $100, to get a BitBooster, so you could be getting 1,000 satoshis a day versus 1,000 satoshis a week from your own efforts. Set it and forget it. This is the power of BitHarvest. Because I'm mining 1,000 satoshis per day. So if one shared booster is 1,000 satoshis, then guess what? One full booster, one whole booster, you're getting 10,000 satoshis. 10,000 satoshis a day. Times 30. Oh my goodness. 10,000 times 30. Hello. Is that not 300,000 times 30? Oh, mercy. Oh my goodness. I'm just saying. Wow. You see the difference? You see the difference? 10,000. 10,000 a day is 300,000 a month. It's 300,000 a month. Now consider the person who's had one full booster for 6 months. Now you multiply that by 6. You multiply that by 6. Right? A full booster. I'm sorry. The first calculation, I want to do a retraction. It's not 1.8 million for the 6 months of the shared booster. It was sorry, it was actually 180,000, but that's still a lot. My bad. I was getting excited. So 300,000 times six though, that's 1.8 million, and that's just one full booster, a whole booster. Oh yeah, oh yes. And my apologies, because this is what happens when you're talking to a whale. Like, to me, it's potato, right? Because I'm seeing the full spectrum. So to me, it's like it really doesn't matter because I'm getting it all. It doesn't matter. I'm already in the program. So I knew, I at the end of the day, I knew the 1.8 million was there. I just got it mixed up with the what was the shared booster versus the full booster. But the numbers are pretty much the same. It's just that my zeros were in a different place. Sorry, but I corrected it, right? And we're doing what we could correct it where we're at, and that's the beautiful thing about doing this live. Yeah, you're getting, you're getting the real interaction, you're getting the real deal, you're getting the real meat, and you're getting, uh, see, as I'm involved in this project, I'm learning myself, and getting more and more confident with along with the information that's coming out. And with all this bullish information that's coming out, things like silver, or the market cap of silver being flipped by Bitcoin. Just touching back on that, with silver, with the market cap of Bitcoin flipping silver, it's just a matter of time before we flip gold. Just like how, you know, the price of Bitcoin flipped silver and then it flipped gold. And I was there for it, right? I witnessed it, I watched it. And consider this, ladies and gentlemen, when we flip gold market cap, that would be a 10x, because right now we're at 1.8 trillion. And when we hit 18 trillion, consider this, when the market cap of Bitcoin reaches 18 trillion, that will be a 10x, and we would surpass gold. That'll be a 10x move, right? And that's how we get, basically, pretty much, we get our $1 million Bitcoin. It'll be a 10x. It'll be $1 million Bitcoin, right? And if you're getting if you got a full booster, you wouldn't be getting $10 a day. You'll be getting $100 a day, right? So when Bitcoin reaches that $1 million mark, if you have a full booster, just one full booster, we're gonna be earning $100 a day with BitBooster, with BitHarvest. And guess what? $1 million is coming. And $1 million is coming very soon. Very soon, within the 4 years. And let me tell you something, $100 a day, ladies and gentlemen, that in and of itself is freedom money, because $100, 100 times 7 is $700 a week, times 4. That's it. You see, that's an extra $2,800 a month for doing nothing. Well, 1 second. That's one shared booster. But that's if you got one. Sorry, not one shared booster. That's one full bit booster. One. That's one. So imagine if you got 2. That's over $5,000 passive. At $1 million Bitcoin, $5,000 a month with 2 boosters, 2 full boosters, $5,000 a month, not doing nothing, not doing anything. So when Bitcoin goes to that $1 million, people like myself, we're sitting back, chilling, collecting, stacking sats. Listen, that's freedom money. You could free yourself with a lot of things, right? With a lot of things, you could put out a lot of flames, and you're getting that every month. Consider getting that every month. You're getting 5K every month, and guess what? It's only gonna go up, and it's gonna be less volatile, because the more it goes up in price, the less volatility we're gonna have. I can't wait when we start trading between the 3 million and the 1 million. Because either way, when it starts trading between the 3 million and the 1 million, right? Things going up and down, because at that point, people like us will be selling, because we're going to be freeing ourselves, right? In the beginning, yes, we are. We're going to free ourselves up. Some of us are, because we're not going to be getting involved with all the lending programs. What people are just not going to know about these things. But hopefully, our unit, our circle, we're not utilizing these programs. I mean, we're not just going to sell. Hopefully when that time comes, we can leverage our Satoshis that we're mining daily. And so that, so that we could have, so we could borrow against our crypto. The good part is that we will constantly be receiving Satoshis on a regular. That's the good news about our opportunity. BitHarvest.io, check it out, or you can click on the link below, and do things accordingly. Yeah. You could tell, get real. This is another one of my longest things that I'm doing, but I find that it's very important. Like I said, I'm going to be doing things daily anyway, and what I want to get across to people is the $1 that allows you to get 1,049 Satoshis, and we need to look at this number, and we need to watch this number. And we need to be on countdown. So it's almost like 10, 9, 8, 7. So we want to see 900 sats, right? We want to see 800 sats equal to $1. This should get you hyped up for your BitHarvest account, right? And this is how we need to start seeing these Satoshis from the standpoint of BitHarvest specifically, right? The Satoshis is what's going to free us up. BitHarvest specifically, because that's what this channel is about. We're promoting BitHarvest. Why? Because you're leveraging machines to do the work for you, because the machines can do more than what you can do. Because think of it, you're pretty much mining $30 a day. Do you have $30 that you could do you have $30 at the end of the month? Think about this. You have to ask yourself these questions. At the end of the month, do you even have $30? Some people don't even have $30 at the end of the month, right? They got nothing at the end of the month. So imagine the people who are involved with BitHarvest, and hey, at the end of the month, they got $30. $30 can go a long way in some other countries, right? So those who were fortunate enough to get involved with BitHarvest, like places, like in the Philippines, or places in Africa. Can you imagine when we take BitHarvest into the African nations to help them, uh, you know, save in Bitcoin, or help them to get access to Bitcoin with the mining, blassa, to get access to mining. This is going to be huge. This is going to be massive. It's massive opportunities, man. With BitHarvest, with the BitHarvest adoption of digital cloud mining, like the possibilities are crazy. But and moving forward, you gotta ask yourself, how can I be a part of this? What can I do to position not just myself, but maybe my community? This is a way where you could position your whole community for prosperity. Yeah? Imagine that. Imagine how much good one could do with just having one or two boosters. Man, this opportunity is mind-blowing, it's mind-boggling, it's incredible. It's incredible, man. Every time I even think about it, it's my new supplement. Bitcoin is my new supplement. It's the 99th mineral. It's a vital mineral. I'm gonna say that again. Bitcoin is a vital mineral. Yeah, it's a vitamin. Because just the knowledge of being in position is something that's so revolutionary, that's so technologically advanced, and that majority people have no clue. Majority, they have no clue of what's going on, what's happening. The war is a distraction. See, it's written that there'll be wars and rumors of wars. So those are just distractions of the main thing, right? These are distractions. Don't get distracted by war, ladies and gentlemen. Don't do that. Because if you distract yourself with, unless it really affects you directly, right? If you're in a place where it's going to affect you, directly, and you're real close to it, where I'm at, we're not close to it like that. We will feel the residuals, like increase of prices, right? And probably a little bit of shortages, right? And price hikes. We'll feel it like that. But again, this is where saving in Bitcoin is going to help me, because it's already expensive in my jurisdiction. But saving in Bitcoin is going to help me in the near future, because when the U.S. opens it up for the banks to custody Bitcoin for the clients, that's going to open up the regulation books for my jurisdiction one time, right? And even so I'll be able to utilize the lending platforms or products and services from the institutions within my jurisdiction, and I'm looking forward to that. But right now, I'm just thinking about all these satoshis that I would have already stacked up to give to them, right? Or not to give to them, that's the wrong terminology, that's the wrong phrase, to lend them. That's right. So I'll be moving assets in the future over to the institution so that we could borrow. That's what's coming. You don't want to sell. right? You don't want to sell your Bitcoin. Don't sell your Bitcoin. If you're getting Bitcoin, leverage your Bitcoin. Lend it. Be the lender. This is how. This is the real form of being your own bank, right? It's coming to fruition with Bitcoin, but you gotta have it. You gotta hold it, and you gotta have it in hand. So that's all for now, ladies and gentlemen. I just want to share a little bit. I just want to share a little bit of what's happening, what's going on a daily, and we'll pick it up. We'll be back, and we'll talk more about why BitHarvest is the best option and the best kept secret. Stacking sets. Set it and forget it. Press up. Peace.